Imagine this. You're sitting in your car, scrolling through the latest auto news, when suddenly a headline pops up that sounds too wild to be real. The CEO of Mercedes himself just admitted that their most secretive engine, the one people thought, was nothing but rumor, is real. Not a concept, not a rumor, not a prototype locked away in some lab. A finished, functioning piece of technology. And according to insiders, this engine isn't just another upgrade. It could rewrite the rules of the entire auto industry. For years, people whispered about it. Engineers dropped hints, car enthusiasts speculated, and the industry dismissed it as fantasy. But now, it's here. Mercedes calls it the YASA Flux engine. And if half of what's being said is true, companies like Tesla, BYD, and Toyota might be staring at their biggest nightmare yet. Because this isn't just about faster acceleration or longer range. This is about a completely new way of building motors. So advanced that it could make today's EVs look outdated overnight. But let's pause for a second. Big claims in the auto industry aren't new. Every year we hear about revolutionary engines, game-changing batteries, or future-proof designs. Most fade into the background, forgotten as hype dies down. So what makes this different? What makes the YASA Flux engine so powerful that even Tesla fans are starting to worry? That's exactly what we're going to uncover. Because the truth behind this engine isn't just about technology, it's about timing, strategy, and a master plan Mercedes has been hiding in plain sight for over a decade.
When Tesla was stealing headlines, between 2010 and 2015, the world thought the future of cars had already been decided. Elon Musk was showing that EVs weren't just possible. They were cool, fast, and something everyone suddenly wanted. Most companies scrambled to copy Tesla's formula: bigger batteries, more range, louder marketing. But Mercedes played a different game. Instead of jumping into the noise, they went quiet. While the spotlight was on Tesla's flashy launches, Mercedes engineers were asking a different question. What if the real revolution isn't in the battery, but in the motor itself? That single thought sparked a plan that would stay in the shadows for years. The first step was spotting an opportunity almost no one else cared about. In the UK, a small company named YASA was experimenting with something radical: axial flux motors. Their early prototypes were strange, almost futuristic, flat like a disc instead of bulky, like the traditional cylinder motors everyone used. They were lighter, smaller, and surprisingly powerful. Most companies saw it as an experiment. Mercedes saw it as the future. So, while the auto world laughed off YASA as a niche startup, Mercedes moved in quietly. They started funding research, giving YASA resources to refine their designs. And then in 2019, they made their boldest move yet. They bought the company outright. No big headlines, no dramatic press conferences, just a quiet acquisition that most people barely noticed. But inside Mercedes headquarters, that purchase was the foundation of a secret master plan. From that moment, YASA no longer worked for itself. It worked for Mercedes. Hundreds of engineers were pulled into a closed world of testing, simulations, and non-stop R&D. Millions of dollars poured into making the Flux engine a reality. The project was kept so locked down that even industry insiders, people who make a living predicting car tech, had no clue what was coming. Everyone assumed Mercedes was just polishing its luxury EVs, while behind the curtain they were rewriting the playbook for the future of cars. And here's the smartest part: Mercedes never rushed. They didn't tease half-finished products or throw out bold claims like many of their rivals. They waited, they tested, they perfected, and only when they were absolutely sure this engine could dominate, the competition did, they finally reveal it to the world. That single move proves one thing: Mercedes wasn't reacting to Tesla. They were preparing to beat Tesla at its own game.